There are moments when you wake up in the morning and feel no motivation for anything. You're slower, quieter, you just want to get through the day. There are moments when everything irritates you. People, noise, small things. You react faster than you would like. There are moments when your mind keeps running. What you should have said, what you should have done better, you cannot switch off. There are moments when you watch others and feel that everyone is farther ahead than you. You quietly withdraw. There are moments when you are afraid to begin something, not because you don't want, but because you fear it might not work. And there are moments when you start something new and suddenly energy appears. You become curious, you move, you act. It is the same person in all of these moments. Only a different story is running inside. This lecture series is about these stories, about how state becomes behavior. Behavior becomes an inner sentence. An inner sentence becomes a story, and how that story, for a while, becomes who we feel we are. Lecture by lecture, we will look at one of these patterns of functioning, not from the outside, from the inside, the way it happens in life. Part 1: The Victim Narrative. The victim story rarely begins where we think it does. Not with a big event, but with many small situations. For example, at work. When someone gives you another task even though you already have too much. At first, you just feel tension. Then you do it quietly. And at some point, the soul appears. Everything always gets put on me. I have to fix it. If this happens often, the sentence becomes a story. No one here cares how much I can carry. Or in a group of friends, someone laughs about something you don't understand. Someone doesn't reply to your message. A meeting is organized without you. At first, just a strange feeling. Then quiet withdrawal and the sentence, I don't matter. It happens in relationship too. After an argument, there is silence. For days, you don't really talk. And inside, something appears. We can't solve this anyway. I'm always the one trying. The story slowly becomes more stable than the relationship. It can appear in family life as well, when the same old role returns, when you are not heard, when someone else always seems more important, and an old sentence appears, I always end up in this situation. It appears in financial situation too. Bills, unexpected expenses, savings disappearing. First stress, then resignation, then the story, it never works out for me. In your profession, when you put a lot of energy into something and no result is visible, others move forward, you stay. And a thought appears, maybe this is not for me. In moments like this, a person truly feels powerless. When someone dies, when something ends, when the chapter of life closes, and the story comes naturally, this is too much. I can't handle this. The victim narrative is not a lie. The victim narrative is born from pain, and this is why it is so strong. But there is a point where something else appears. What is the one thing that is still in my control? One sentence, one step, one phone call, a decision to get up today. The problem does not disappear. Only the story begins to move. The victim narrative does not disappear because life becomes easier. It changes because a person finds a small space to act again. And sometimes that alone is enough for change. And here's the point where the victim story can slowly shift. By work, when too many tasks are placed on you, the victim story sounds like this: everything always gets up on me. The first movement is not quitting. It is a sentence that doesn't fit right now. Which task has priority? This is not conflict, this is a boundary. And immediately something shifts. From being pushed around to making a choice. By friends, then you are left out of something. The victim story said, I don't matter. The way out is not withdrawal. It is a simple question. Next time, could you let me know too? No explanation, no offense, connection. Relationship. When you feel like you are always the one trying, the sentence is, I always give more. The movement can be a simple sentence. I'd like you to listen to me now without trying to solve it. Not from emotion. Just say what in you is. And after that, hear too from the other side. Finances, and everything feels overwhelming. The victim story says there's no way out. The small step is not redesigning your entire life, but, for example, writing down one number, looking at one expense, making one phone call. Movement instead of paralysis. By loss. There are situations where the victim feeling is real. Death, separation, illness. Here, the way out is not action, it is connection. One sentence, I'm not okay right now. And someone hears it. The other person might want to comfort you, so let them. Together, it will be easier to process and let your feelings go. And maybe this is a common thread in all of this. The victim narrative is about powerlessness. The way out is always about a small choice. It does not change the world, it changes the direction.